Oh, hello. Welcome to Revansroad. I'm your host today, Ravan, and today we're gonna review the Netflix documentary series, 7-part documentary series, The Keepers. So, what is the documentary about? So, the documentary is about an unsolved murder case of a non-teacher, Katie Cesnik. So, now, nearly decades later, former students of Katie are now on the trace to solve the murder of this case, who has been nearly unsolved until now. When I speak. So, to go in depth, the documentary talks a bit more than just the subject of Katie's murder, because while they were investigating the murder case, they came through much more deep secret about the Catholic school where Katie taught, because apparently the former priest that was there kept sexually abusing the girls who were in their school. And they discovered that there were some kind of cover-up by the police, by the state, by the church, and they never did anything on that subject. So first off, a little thought on the documentary itself, and afterwards on the subject that this documentary shows, because afterwards this video will be a lot more serious. So the documentary is really well shot. I think nowadays documentary just shown things that doesn't really matter, like reproductions of scenes, and they kind of do too much. Here this is really on the subject top, and they really shown what's the matter, and you always kept in the story, and there are twists. I mean, after the fourth episode I thought, oh, this is the murderer, and then afterwards episode 5 came out, and I was like, job. So I think this documentary is not really media taste really enough, I don't know, for the subject that it's because the priest who got a complaint for sexual abuse died in 2001 of normal age. And yeah, because now you think, what am I talking about? Why isn't the priest in prison? Why didn't somebody do? Why didn't the girls say something? Because first off, if you watch the documentary, the school the girls were really a really great Catholic school. You know, the teachers were nuns, the director was a priest and something like that. And the girls thought the priest would do something Catholic to them, and they were afraid that something would happen, because the priest said to them if they would talk, they would kill them, or they would do something to the family. So this is more in the spoiler territory, because it's really shown more in depth in the documentary what the priest did and said to the girls, what he would do to them if they would talk. So now the girls in their 30s, they're more mature, they're more strong to go in that, and they went to the court with it, they did a complaint to it, and they did nothing to them, because the church protected the priest. Now I'm going to another subject here, because it really goes under my skin how the church protect their pedophile priests, and how they are protected. I mean, we are in the new century here, and they are still protected by the church. I mean, the church released a documentary of priest, pedophile priest, who got protected, who nothing happened to them. Just one got in prison because he sentenced himself guilty, and it's the only priest who got sentenced. I already research more on this subject after I went in the cinema and I get out of the movie Spotlight, who came out a couple of years ago, and also there it really got under my skin to see how much of priests got protected by this church. So what do this have to do with the documentary? So while the two former students investigated, they found out that the nun who got killed, they found out that the nun wanted to talk about this subject. We don't know if she was killed for that matter or something else. I will not go into spoiler territory. But it's really sad how all this thing got covered up by the Baltimore police, by the church at that time, and even now it got covered up. Because, again, spoiler territory, there was a scene that showed in the documentary that the church asked one of the victims of the priest if there are other victims. Elsewise, there would not be a thing in court. They couldn't do anything to prove it. So she searched up other victims. They got nearly 50 other girls who got abused by these priests. And the other said, because there were not other victims before them. But afterwards in the documentary, it is said that there was another victim before the priest arrived in this school. Before he sexually abused a child, and he got and they put him in the school afterwards, which is pretty sad. They didn't anything. They just took him out of the other school and took him and brought him in the other school. That's it. They didn't do anything. I sound pretty angry than my other videos right now, because it's really a subject that's really serious nowadays, and apparently nobody is doing anything about it. I don't know why, because of religion, because of church, or because people don't want to believe in it. Afterwards, the lawyers of the church who got, because the other victim made a complaint against the former priest, and the church went out and with lawyers and everything. So again, a little spoiler here. The victim who made the complaint forgot what happened to her because of trauma, because of what happened to her. She kept everything in her, and then afterwards she saw something about the school, I don't know anymore, the yearbook, I think, or something like that, and I kept remembering everything came up to her, and everything about this. She really forgot. So in this year when the complaint went, this trauma was not accepted in court. They said it was not proven enough. Now it's not subject. Doctors know it's something that exists, but at that time they said the girls would make up everything. I mean, 50 girls said that something happened to them, and they said they would make it up. And the church did nothing. So it's not against religion here. I know people want to believe, and it's good to have some beliefs in them. Christianity, Islam, something like that. But I'm here against the power of the church, what they're ready to do to protect what it's their own. They protected former priests who raped, abused sexually children, teenagers, and they made them into hospitals just under circumstances like stress, something like that, just so that because of the so that they couldn't to make them in prison. And it really makes me angry. Really. I'm not. If you watch a documentary, because this is a review, it's a really, really good documentary. If you watch all the 7 episodes, I think it's 7, I don't know, your jaw will drop. Don't stop at the first episode. Don't stop, because that's just the tip of the iceberg. Afterwards, please research a bit more, and if you can, if you are a victim of something that happened with a priest or something, or even just someone in your family or in the neighborhood, please say about it. Go into court, say about him, so that these people can go behind bars and that they can't harm other people anymore. Please. So this is another really well made documentary of Netflix, and I think nowadays Netflix is a primary platform where this kind of documentary can go and flourish themselves and go more, and can be more, and can be shown to more people, you know, and that more people can just look at it. Because I didn't know about documentary, which is also not a subject, because I just watched a trailer of this, and it didn't really, because the trailer didn't show really what happened, because it's a trailer, but it didn't kept on me. Afterwards, I was kind of here, sit on my couch, and I didn't know what to see, what to look at, and then I saw, oh, okay, and I saw 7 episodes in one night, and afterwards, I don't know, it was scary. It was really scary what the church is ready to do to hide what is going on in their circle. So, yes, I'm really a bit overacting here, but yeah, guys, watch this this documentary. It's really, really, really great made documentary. You will not be disappointed. And if you not have the guts to just see, because there are things they say that they are pretty graphic. So I leave that to you. Just look at it, and yeah, guys. If you want more reviews or reviews of other stuff, subscribe to my channel. You know where to find me. It was it for me. Revan out. There's nothing in it. It's empty.